What is up? What is up? It is the Ruckus back at you again with our line of reviews for the Hasbro Marvel Legends, what I deem the mini comic wave of figures. Retro card style packaging, and up till this point, it's been a very nice wave, We've gotten some much needed updates. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, every figure in this wave is an update up until this guy right here, being ROM SpaceKnight. What is unique about ROM is that even though he has appeared in Marvel, even had his own comic at one point, he is not really an original Marvel character. And he started off, if I'm not mistaken, as, I want to say, as a toy. I could be wrong about that. A toy or a, he definitely wasn't a cartoon. I'm quite sure I would have known about that. I think he started off as a toy. Anyway, this is what we have now. You see ROM in the packaging, very nice silvery figure. And you see the accessories that he comes with, a pair of his weapons. One is a neutralizer, and the other is a, I'm trying to think of what that other weapon is. I'll figure it out. And then we get a blast effect, and he has a set of hands. And of course, the mini comic, as you see there off to our left. Looking at the rear, we have the figures in this wave, all trying to get the glare off, so there we go, all 6, and there's a larger thumbnail of that comic replicated very nicely. And down below we have, of course, the mini bio or readout. ROM. In ROM number 1, the SpaceKnight ROM tracks the vile, dire wraiths across the cosmos, arriving on Earth to continue his pledge to defeat them. Now that we have ROM out of packaging, we'll get to him momentarily. As always, we'll check out those accessories, starting off with the hands that he comes with, a second set. He's got a right fist and a left gripping hand that is for that miniature comic. I'll take down one. I'll use the gripping hand for the comic so we can get a closer up look. There's a reason for that. And the reason is because his fingers aren't really separate fingers. They're like combined together and then just held by metal. So it's really like technically 2 fingers, one large finger that appears to be 4 fingers, and of course you have the opposable thumb. Next we have the tool and weapon that he comes with, and I say that tool and weapon because I finally figured out, it dawned on me what this is. This is the analyzer, and this is the neutralizer. The neutralizer serves twofold uses. It neutralizes, obviously, as the name indicates, part of that neutralization. That neutralization is sending dire wraiths to another dimension, and it also fires energy blasts. Speaking of which, here is the other accessory that we get that comes with ROM, and it is an energy blast. And you could see we have a port there, and all you do is just press it on, and then that's what you have there. And oh, just so you know, it actually works with both the neutralizer and the analyzer. So you can see that right there. Pretty nice. And then finally we have the included comic. And like with the other 5 books, very nice, very accurate replica of the original comic imposed on a piece of plastic that is shaped like a book. We've got the ribs that show pages, and this time it's in black. We're back to the black. And then in the rear we have the Marvel Legends series with the Hasbro logo down there. But yeah, we've got the spine for the book, and yeah, pretty nice. And now taking a look at ROM himself. ROM is, it's not an automaton or anything. It's a human being, or I should say not a human being, humanoid being, another planet. And he's been basically grafted to this armor. All of the Space Knights, that's how it goes down. He's not the only Space Knight. He's just the one that came to Earth. And in order to combat the dire wraiths, they had technology that grafts their citizens to these cyborg armors. And ROM, of course, underwent the procedure, and he is regarded amongst his people as the greatest of the Space Knights. And you see right there, you see the metal right there. It's really clunky. That's the 70s talking right there. And but it still looks good in a reminiscent sort of way. Pretty nice. Looking at him close up, we'll get him closer so we can check him out. You could see the box-like head. For sure. It's just silver, and the eyes, the lenses for the eyes, the slit there is black with the red, eyes, if you want to call them that. The lenses, if you will. I'm trying to get this to be a bit more focused, which I'm seeming to once again have issues with. There we go. One day, guys, I will have better photography equipment, but right now I'm doing all this on my own. No help from monetization or anything like that. That's not a whine. It's just what it is. So, there's nothing for me to pour back in except for my own passion. But enough about that. Back to ROM. Very nice. That's all that we have there for that. And then, of course, when you look at the chest piece, once again, silver, we've got some red in the slits there, probably to show the energy that powers the cyborg. And the rest is basically just silver. We get down here to the boots. The boots are thigh high. Really fashionable there, ROM. And you see what we're going on, the two different shades of the silver. Right there underneath the tops of the boots, they're kind of like darkened a little bit. And then we go down, and you can see how the feet look. We've got like ribbed section of the feet and two toes. As you can see how I'm going there. Pretty nice. On the back, ROM can fly, and you can see these jets. Very nice detail, and we've got more red paint showing the energy going on there. So that's very nice. We also have the articulation to go through. He can look up that far, which is great because he is a flyer, as I mentioned. He can look down that far. He doesn't give you much pivot, but he can 360 it rotation. The shoulders, he can get you that T-pose. He can get you to 360, both sides. He's got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got, on his left hand, he can swivel, and the wrist hinge is horizontal. On the right hand, he's got the same thing with the arm, but in terms of the hand itself, it hinges vertically. And that's, he could actually, with this hand, he obviously can hold one of his tools / weapons, and of course that goes for the other hand that he comes with, so they serve dual purposes for his weapons and to hold the comic book. Pretty cool. As far as the torso is concerned, he's got his being able to bend up top with this upper piece, so he can go over that far. You're not going to get back too much because of the jetpack. He can lean with it, rock with it, and you're going to get your rotation there. He also comes with an ab crunch. So you can combine that, and look what you got there. And then going back, you can give, try to partially circumvent the interruption by the jetpack. Hips, you can split them that far. He can kick very nicely, 90. Not so much going back. He does not have a thigh cut, but you do get your swivel there at the top of the boot. Double jointed knees, as you can see there. He has no calf rotation. He can point his toe that far forward. that far up. Very nice. He's got the ankle pivot, and you see the hole at the bottom of his feet there. And it's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. I get him back to get him standing. And normally I would cut to the next segment, but after, sorry about shaking the camera. That's because I reached for something that is now necessary, because ROM is the tallest figure in this wave, and he does have some height on him. So I wanted to take a height measurement. I know I don't normally do that. I'm doing it this time because I think it's significant. ROM is standing at 7 inches. Yeah, right at 7 inches. So that's pretty nice sized. And in the comics, he was taller than most. Here's ROM with his neutralizer in his right hand with the blast effect attached, and the analyzer in his left hand. And here's ROM with the comic book in hand, and he is analyzing it, because there are no such thing as comics where he comes from. And here's that group shot I told you guys about, if you've been rocking with me since the very first review of this wave, that I will take the group shot with them all holding onto their respective books. And here you have it. Like I said, take a picture, because after this, they're not going to be displayed with those books. It's a nice concept. It's pretty cute, quite frankly, and I am impressed with the quality of the replication. Can't front on that. But this is it right here as far as that goes. It's talking about ROM, because this was his review, winding it up. ROM is a very nice figure. Definitely first time we've ever gotten ROM. As far as I know, we've never gotten ROM for Marvel Legends, be it Toy Biz or Hasbro. And getting him for the first time, pretty cool. He's got the size, definitely at 7 inches. The silver is banging, and you know, he's very simple. You know, with the red and the black for the eye slit. And comes with you know, decent accessories, both his analyzer and his neutralizer. He's sporting the analyzer right now, and another set of hands. What needs to be spoken of, though, that articulation is banging, if I do say so myself. Considering what we're looking at here, Hasbro broke him off with a lot of articulation. Some might even argue that he got a little bit too much, if there's such a thing. I don't agree with that. I don't think there's any such a thing as too much articulation. The only time it will be too much is if it really interferes with the design and the sculpt, and I'm sure many of you agree with me on that one. But other than that, ROM is definitely banging. An excellent figure. This has been an excellent wave from my estimation. If I had to choose, you know, top to bottom, let me preface by saying none of them are whack in my eyes, but I gotta choose going from bottom to top, 6 to 1. Miles Morales will be at the bottom at number 6, and it's only because of what's going on in that hip area with those legs, the way they protrude. That's the only thing that he may have still ended up at the bottom anyway. Like I said, the bottom doesn't mean bad, but that is such an overt type of you know, a con that he had to come in. I'm loving the fact that he's got a new teen buck, so that's great, and it's got some excellent articulation there. You know, some things that leave something to be desired. Those self-same hips, the legs don't spread as far as I would have liked, but that's how you go. Next up, I would have to say it's very difficult with this wave. I'm going to go on and go with Ultimate Iron Man. You had Ultimate Miles Morales, so the two Ultimate boys are riding the bottom. Ultimate Iron Man, the design is on and cracking. It's definitely an incredible improvement on our first go around with that character. The reason he's at number 5 is because we got no power effects. That doesn't make sense to me, but you know, that's why he's down there. Okay, so that's how it goes down with that. Coming in at number 3, I'm going to give that to, once again, this is tough. This is tough. I'm going to go ahead and give that to Dakin, Dark Wolverine. And the reason for that, once again, excellent figure, but it's the elephant in the room that prevents him from being higher, and that would be the plastic-looking claws. You know what I'm saying? We got the other head sculpt, which is great. He's got the grin or the gritting teeth on this head sculpt right here, which is great for action poses. But the plastic nature of those claws, they just ain't it. And I don't know if there'll be a way to third party replace him. So he comes in at number 3. Top 3, it's got to be Banshee. Sean Cassidy's coming in at number 3. And there's really nothing wrong other than, once again, what's preventing him from being a little bit higher. No power effects. That's killing me right now. No power effects. But other than that, a welcome upgrade to the green and yellow costume for Banshee for sure. Number 2 is my boy Adam Warlock. Very, very nice. A much needed update to this figure as well. He comes with his staff, and that staff, the hawk, the bird, we'll just call it the bird. At the end of it is slightly different than the bird that we got on the staff of the old Adam Warlock from the dark days of Hasbro Marvel Legends. He's looking really good. We've got the gritting teeth. I know where that visage comes from. It was from the Infinity Gauntlet series of books, and he had that same expression when he acquired the Infinity Gauntlet. Speaking of, we've got that Infinity Gauntlet for Adam, only this time it's separate, unlike the first time where that's how the figure came. That's how you had to display him. You couldn't display him any other way. This go around, you can display him with his regular hands or with the Infinity Gauntlet. What's extra is that Infinity Gauntlet will go over any normal sized figure. So that's great. You could have Deadpool possess the Infinity. What type of universe would that turn out to be? Lord have mercy. Anyway, that is Adam. And I've already gotten word, been notified that there are soft good capes wired in the works. So you know I'm going to get one for this guy. Coming in at number 1 is who we reviewed today, ROM SpaceKnight. It's very funny that the one character that isn't an original Marvel character got the number 1 spot, but he had to get it. The design, reminiscent of the original ROM design, the color, nice and silver, excellent, analyzer and neutralizer, and most importantly, most especially, the articulation is absolutely top notch. This is a great series of figures, a great wave, retro card style. The concept for the comics, like I said earlier, cute, but what you see here is the last time you will see any of these guys blazing their comics. And speaking of blazing, let me know, blaze down below, comment section. What do you think about ROM? What do you think about this wave overall? Which characters could you do without? The great thing is, since there are no Build-A-Figure pieces, you can skip, you can cherry pick, you could do whatever, you know. And yeah, but yeah, this has been a great wave, and with the exception of ROM, it's been a wave of updates and done the right way. Another caveat with Iron Man, I still think he should be a little bit taller. But other than that, and the lack of power effects, that's all she wrote for that. And that'll be all she writes for this particular review. Once again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. You know the rules. On behalf of the Comic Wave, behalf of ROM and his compadre standing up there, this is The Ruckus, and we out. Peace.